Right, it's Liam from Splatter Plastic. I know you haven't seen me for ages apart from on the main show, but I've been really busy, which is nearly finished. All will be foretold in future. So if you're missing this face, and I don't know why, then I'm back. Yay! So me and Lisa have just come back from Florida. We try and go every year. It was our wedding anniversary on Halloween, so we try and get over there and spend Halloween over in Halloween Horror Nights and just have a blast. And didn't look like we were going to be able to do it this year. So it's been a couple of years with the pandemic and what have you, and something happened, and we were just like, fuck it, let's go. And we did, and we booked it with I think we went 6 days. We booked it 6 days before we went. So it's not as in-depth, and everything that we wanted to do, we couldn't really do because of time, but we got a fair bit in. So what did we do? So obviously, Universal Studios, Halloween Horror Nights, it's every horror fan's dream to go to Halloween Horror Nights, and we've been lucky enough to go for the past 10 years or something like that. Never fails. Every horror fan's dream. It's absolutely fantastic. So this year, we were really looking forward to it, and it was based on Stranger Things. And you can see that they give us these little programs. Every time you go, you get a little program with what all the houses are and what have you. And they always have a massive franchise house. So in the past, it's been The Walking Dead, or it's been, I don't know, fucking Stranger Things for the last couple of years. And I'm a massive fan of Stranger Things. And this house was probably the best Stranger Things house ever. So it was the Curse of Vecna or something like that. It was all about series 4. So we had the Eddie Munson Master of Puppets thing. I was fucking ballistic, man. I was like, Master, digga 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 digga. Fuck. And everyone was rushing you through, and I was like, you can fuck off. I'm staying here. I want to see Eddie Munson playing Master of Puppets. Absolutely phenomenal. Really, really good. The other houses on there, let's have a little look what we had. We had Blood Moon Dark Offerings. So it was like a vampire house. I'll get to all these in a minute. Duel and Dragons. So they closed down Duel and Dragons, the roller coaster, a couple of years ago, and everyone was like, oh my god, but they opened Hagrid's, which is my favourite roller coaster in the world. Went on it 3 times. I'm not a roller coaster guy. Lisa loves roller coasters, but went on Hagrid's 3 times, and it is fucking phenomenal. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Next out was Oddfellows Twisted Origins. Now, Oddfellow, if you're a fan of Halloween Horror Nights, you'll know that they all have these icons. So it's been Jack and Chance, it's been the Usher, it was been the Owl Woman fortune teller. They got like Creepshow and Tales from the Crypt. They got the Crypt Keeper. They have these things, and I think this Oddfellow is a future icon sort of thing. And I tell you what, absolutely fantastic. So the story goes with Oddfellow that he's meant to be this traveling he picks up freaks and he's a freak show, traveling freak show, but he's looking for immortality. So this house was all clowns and all freak shows and 2-headed fucking dogs and mad shit. So the next big house that they had on was The Exorcist The Believer. Now, I didn't mind it. It wasn't a fucking Exorcist movie. If they wouldn't have called it The Exorcist, it would have been very, 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 very much better. Had shit all to do with The Exorcist, apart from Reagan's mum, innit? I don't know. We will talk about it because the score, I like the score, so I'll probably be picking up the score. We'll get to it in the future. Exorcist, nope. No, there's only one Exorcist sequel in my eyes, and that's Exorcist 3. But The Exorcist Believer house was phenomenal. It was like walking through the movie. All the good bits of the movie. So it started off in the the voodoo, Hazy, wherever they were, and then it went to the forest, and then it just went into full possession. In every room you went in, there was just these little tiny girls with these amazing prostheses on. I'm sure if you look back on YouTube, you can find these kids look like. They weren't kids, obviously, they were just little people. And I don't mean little people, I just mean little people like me. I'm a little person. I'm sure they were just little people just dressed up as kids, but unbelievable that all them mad prosthetics where the prosthetic went up to there. It looked like the movie. It was fantastic, man. Next one along was Yeti Campground Kills. Now, they've been doing Yeti houses for the last couple of years, so there was what was it called, man? There's Swamp Ape or something like that. And they've never quite hit home. This one hit home. There was Yetis everywhere. they called them Yeti. I like to call them Bigfoots because we're in America. But there was Yetis all over the place, and they were all like fucking attacking people, and there's like bits of fucking arms getting ripped off. At one point, there was a dead baby Yeti on the floor with some woman just hitting it with a baseball bat. Brutal as shit, man. Dead good. Next house was Chucky. Now, I'm not the biggest Chucky fan in the world, but his house was fucking boss, man. There was loads of like little tiny animatronic puppets just coming out the walls, but they were only about like that big. It was nuts. And then when you come to the end of it, there's like a 7-foot Chucky that comes at you with this big chainsaw. It was brilliant. It was absolutely stupid. Now, like I say, I'm not a massive Chucky fan. I'm not a massive Child's Play fan, but this house, man, was bonkers. I absolutely loved it. Brilliant. Tiny little Chucky's coming out and popping the heads out everywhere. Fucking brilliant, man. Then there was The Darkest Deal, which was about a blues sort of bar that was been possessed. Then they had The Last of Us house. So The Last of Us house was like the third big house that we went in. And I'll be honest, we didn't do The Last of Us house. The queue was far, far too big. It wasn't based on the TV series, which is weird to me. It was based on the game. Now, I play Xbox, I don't play PlayStation, so I've never played the game, but I've certainly watched the TV series, and personally, thought it was alright. Didn't really think much of it, too much of it. Thought it was alright. So we weren't really that fussed about this. And then Jungle of Doom, Expedition of Horror, which was, if you've ever been to Universal, there's like this little dark path that goes up to like Simpsons World, and you always put like pumpkins in the trees. It looks phenomenal. Again, this year, looked phenomenal. Didn't really do nothing for me because I couldn't really see what was going on and what have you. Problems with it though. I mean, partly down to us, partly down to Universal. I think they're letting too many people in, man. There's far too many people. Like when we had to do 2 nights because we couldn't get the frequent fair pass because it had sold out. Problem 1. Our fault, completely our fault. If we would have got the frequent fair pass, maybe this would have been a lot better. However, you go and you've got your ticket to the park, and then you go into a holding pen for a thing called Stay and Scream, and this gets you into the houses like earlier than when the crowd opens, or when the park opens, I should say. In previous years, it's been great. You've been able to go into like all the big houses, like one by one, and then just like knock off all the little houses. This year was bonkers, man. It was absolutely bonkers. So people could actually pay to get into the Stay and Scream. So by the time we got to don't get me wrong, we got in there earlier than a lot of people, but the first night that we went to the Stranger Things house because it was the biggest house sort of thing. We got there and it was a 90-minute wait and the park hadn't even opened yet. And we were just like, man, this is shit. So we looked at the Fast Pass, and the Fast Passes for Halloween Horror Nights were like $280. $280. So I think Universal are kind of doing this thing where they're catering to people with loads of money, or like people on holiday with loads of money, which is fine. I get where they're coming from. They're a business, you know what I mean? But for people that have been going there for like donkey's years, like the last like 10 years, you can just see like the financial element coming up. There's more houses, there's bigger crowds in the same space. I don't know. That's my rant over. Halloween Horror Nights is amazing though. If you ever get the chance to go. We'll be there sometime in October, every single year. We're going to be in Halloween Horror Nights. It's fucking phenomenal. Get drunk, have turkey legs, eat the food. Now, the food that they have like special things, like special stuff that they don't have around, like all year round. And I literally ate 2 of the best things that I've ever had in a theme park in my existence. One was a walking taco, which was, I mean, we're from England, so you know we don't eat tacos that much. But obviously, I know what a taco is. But this was like a taco in like it was like a crisp bag or of chips, as they call them over there, and it was just like these load of crisps with all the taco stuff. Oh, it was fucking delicious. Me and Lisa bought like 2 of them. We were just stunning them down. And the other thing that I really liked there, they had this thing called a peanut blood burger. Oh my God, it sounds disgusting, but it was absolutely gorgeous. So it was a big smash burger, but it had peanut butter and jam on it, or as they call it, jelly. I've never had anything in my mouth like that. It was a taste sensation. It was phenomenal. It was the dirtiest thing I've ever had, ever. it was everywhere. It was all over me. It was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But Universal Studios on a whole and Halloween Horror Nights, boss. Absolutely fantastic. Sort your crowds out. Sort your houses out a little bit. Just drop them down a little bit. You don't need 10. Have about 8 good ones, because there's a lot of non-IP in there that were a bit dodgy. Or so I've been told. Wish I could have done them all. Me and Lisa have got this challenge that we don't go home. Well, obviously we've got to go home, but we get every house done. So if we haven't done one house by the last night, it's a 3-hour wait. We are waiting 3 hours. But that's when we got a frequent fear past. This year, we lost out. But I think we got the best ones done. So as well as all the delicious food, like your walking tacos and your peanut burgers and what have you, there's a little bit of merch there as well. Obviously, because they want to take all your money off you. And I always buy myself a t-shirt, always get myself a Halloween Horror Nights t-shirt, and this year was no exception. So I actually got 2. So I got this bad boy. So this is the Oddfellows Travelling Oddities, and it's cool, man, because if you're a Halloween Horror Nights fan, it's got a little jack on the front of it. So it's just like a little pocket print t-shirt. Absolute tag still on and everything, man. Back print's cool. It's like, it reminds me of Rob Zombie. That, it's boss. It's cool, man. Oddfellows Travelling Oddities, Halloween Horror Nights. But if you look at it, there's loads of like little nods to like past Horror Nights on there. It's cool. So they always do the Halloween Horror Nights merch, obviously. For the main house, they always do a little bit of merch for the main house. Now, I am a massive Stranger Things fan. I'm an 80s kid. I'm a Stephen King kid. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, they had Stranger Things t-shirt. Now, you can buy Stranger Things t-shirts in Tesco's now. So, I kind of steer away from ones that just go, Stranger Things, big picture of Ben Vecna or 11 or something like that. Couldn't resist this one. So, it's a bit of a deep dive. Well, it's not a bit of a deep dive at all, but I didn't think I would. I didn't think they'd make one. Right, man. Surfer Boy pizza. Try before deny, dude. It's so cool. It's like a proper, like, pizza t-shirt. It's like I work for Surfer Boy Pizza. It's so cool. I'm made up with it. And it's, see, I haven't even took half the tags off these. I've come back and unpacked my cases and I haven't even took the tags off them. Back like reactive apparel. So, I reckon if you're under UV, this is always going to glow to shit and it's going to look cool. It's good, man. It's good. So, next thing that we done horror-wise was we went to some shop called Atomic Horror. Bricks and mortar horror movie shop. Absolutely bonkers, man. It had everything. I have never seen a shop with as many horror movie t-shirts in there in my existence. It was like all them t-shirts that you get at a con stuck into one shop. They had a fucking Demon Wind t-shirt, man. They had so many underground horror movie t-shirts in there that it was unbelievable. Like shit that you'd never ever see. The shop was done out in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little parts. Again, video, you'll see it. And they had dioramas in there. So there was a Friday the 13th one. There was a Evil Dead, like the cabin in the woods, and it actually had the fucking tape player and the chainsaw. And the tape player was doing like it's been 6 months and fucking the Evil Dead. It was so good, man. They had a They Live section where unfortunately my camera couldn't pick it up. So it was all like a bookcase with obey, consume, yada yada. And above that, it just had a white TV with a pair of sunglasses saying put these on. And when you put them on, the fucking movie was playing through the polarised sunglasses. I don't know how they do it. I now believe They Live is 100% real. I mean, it's nearly real anyway. But now believe that it's 100% real because that technology is real because I experienced it. Absolutely phenomenal. They had like a little Michael Myers like coming out of the shutters, like the closet coming out. They had a little ghost face in there. They had a Friday the 13th. They had, for 1 second, I wanted, not that I don't want him there anyway, I wanted Tin Man to just be with me at this moment in time because they had a fucking trioxin battle with a zombie in it and it looked like a perfect movie replica. It was unbelievable. They had a big part all about Elvira and had all these pictures of Elvira on the walls. It was brilliant, man. They had so much shit in there. I could have spent a fortune. Unfortunately, I couldn't spend a fortune, I did buy a couple of things. So, if you're looking for them, got an Atomic Horror t-shirt. That is their logo. Check them out on Instagram, on Facebook, and all the socials, and whatever you kids are using nowadays. Absolutely belter shop. So, Atomic Horror. So what did I get? I got 2 t-shirts. Now, I have never seen a Creepshow t-shirt like this. It's unbelievable. It's so cool, man. Proper old school horror movie t-shirt. Creepshow. And the other t-shirt I got, again, never seen shit like this, man. Fucking basket case t-shirt, look at that. How cool is that? Proper basket case t-shirt. Over the moon. Absolutely phenomenal. Like I say, if you're ever going there, Google map it, because it's totally worth going to. You will spend a fortune. The girls in there, absolutely lovely. I tried to get a job in there. They were having none of it, because they were like, "Oh, we don't take on from international." Obviously, I wasn't really going to work there, like, you know what I mean? But I if I ever win the lottery, I am opening a horror movie record shop somewhere, because that shop, I could just, they had movies playing and everything, man. It was like you know, the comic book and the comic book store in the Lost Boys, where they had like the Evil Dead playing. It's like that. It's fucking brilliant. Just these 2 girls just hanging around in their shop, watching horror movies, selling boss stuff. Think they're available to buy online as well. So check them out, man. Atomic Horror, really good. So next place we went to on our spooky little journey was Gideon's Bakehouse. If you don't know what Gideon's Bakehouse is, it's a cookie shop. They sell cookies and cakes and flavoured cold brew. What's spooky about that? I hear you say, if you've got a bit of a sweet tooth like me, and you like Tim Burton, and you like all things gothic, you need to get to fucking Gideon's Bakehouse. Next time you're in Florida, it's in Disney Springs. Now, there is a little bit of there's a lot of a wait, to be honest with you. The cookies and shit, I'm going to show you them in a minute. I haven't been a skank. They're absolutely fine if they're refrigerated, because I come back from Florida like 10 days ago and they've been in the fridge and still, I mean, there's hardly any left, so I can only show you like what is left of it, but you'll get an idea. It's in Disney Springs, so it's that popular that you turn up and you've got to get in a virtual line. We had to come back 3 hours later. So, you know, we're on holiday, we had a little shop around, we went up in this big balloon, and I got fucking terrible vertigo, it was terrifying. It was about 200 foot in the air, absolutely shot myself. Don't like heights, not a height person. Goes in this balloon, ready for a pint after it. Absolutely terrifying. Had a little shop around, had a little look in the Star Wars shops, and then come back and got our cookies. So while we're waiting in line, to give you a menu, look at the artwork on that, man. Tell me that is not Tim Burton all over. Now this is just like, this is their regular, like this is not for Halloween, this is what it's like all the time. So this is the menu for October, and it had loads of boss stuff in it, man. October's limited edition flavours. So it was a Frankenstein and a Bride of Frankenstein. You do 2 cakes per day type thing. And they also do an early morning cookie and a late afternoon cookie, or like a sunset cookie. And okay, we just got fat. We just bought loads, bought 4 of them. So we got the Frankenstein, we got the Bride of Frankenstein. I got a triple chocolate chip. That's fucking well gone. That was nearly gone on the fucking day that I bought it. It was like the best thing I've ever had. We got a pecan and something else. Have a look at the website. You'll see these cookies. As a matter of fact, don't look at the website, because I'll get a little bit out. So, again, there's not much left of these now. These are about that big. I have been munching on these for the last like 10 days. So you can see, that's just the end. Man, that is the end. You can see how thick they are. So this is the Frankenstein one, or what's left of the Frankenstein one, because I have been munching on it. How thick that is. And it's, what is it? What is Frankenstein? Let's have a little look. Can't remember what it was. It was dark chocolate, double stuff, and M&M's on it. The best cookie I have ever eaten in my, do you know what? Can't. Gotta do it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. It just tastes like every best thing that you've ever had in your mouth in your life. It's phenomenal. However, it will give you diabetes if you eat them all at the same time. So, if you order Gideon's, I'm just going to keep on talking. And I know it's bad manners, but I don't care. If you ever go to Gideon's, don't try and eat them all at the same time, because you will die. So good. So, all of the cookies come in these little cake boxes. Look at that, man. Delicious things await. And it's all printed, all like proper gothic, and it's fucking phenomenal. And on the inside, you've got all that Boss print as well, man. It's cool. Like I say, I've kept these because they're just amazing. It's around the house somewhere. I'll post it up on Instagram. You also get, like, in these, you get like a little limited edition little art card. And I think we got like a werewolf or something like that. And the artwork is like, you know, Tim Burton's Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy. All like that. All the artwork's phenomenal. And they also do a little bit of merch. So, you know what? I'm on oldie. Bought myself a Gideon's t-shirt. And that is what all the artwork's like. So this is Benjamin Falcon. It's cool, man. Gideon's Bakehouse. See what I mean? It's all like Tim Burton and stuff. And obviously you'll see the videos. There's a little bit of a shot around in there. All the artwork in there. Amazing. Cookies. Amazing. Cold brew. I got a cookies and cream. Lisa got... I can't remember what Lisa got. I think Lisa's just got a normal nitro cold brew. Not my cup of tea. Maybe it wasn't the best flavour because they do like different flavours of cold brew. Maybe I should have got a French toast one. I don't know. But with the sweetness of the cookies and the sweetness of the cold brew, I was just like, oh, at the end of it, I was just like, you just get that rich food overload. And I was like, I am not eating for a week. Turned out 2 hours later, I was stuffing my face with buffalo wings. But hey ho. And finally, the last thing that we done, we're in Florida. You can't not go to Disney World, can you? You know what I mean? You just can't. But I'm not about the mouse. Not for me. Doesn't hold any attention to me whatsoever. Not into grown men walking around with Mickey Mouse ears on. Find it a bit disturbing, to be honest with you. But Star Wars Land. Now, as well as being like obviously a massive horror movie fan, my second great love is Star Wars. And we got to go to Star Wars Land, or Batuu, or the Black Spire Outpost, or whatever you want to call it. Fucking Star Wars Land. It is, for a Star Wars nerd like me, I was in heaven. I could have lived there. I want a job there. I want to be a droid. I'll be a bin man there. I'm not asked. I just want to go and work in Star Wars Land forever. I want to live there. It's unbelievable. It's like you're in Star Wars. It's phenomenal. It's so good, man. So we went on Rise of the Resistance. I cried. So Rise of the Resistance, probably everyone knows about it now. It's like the big ride there type thing. And you go on the back of a droid and you go through, basically you're escaping from Kylo Ren and the Death Star because it's all set in the modern universe type thing, which is fine. I like the modern universe. I'm obviously a massive fan of the originals, but I didn't have a problem with the new ones. I thought they were alright. Prequels, however, different story. Let's not get on about that. So it's set in like the Kylo Ren universe, if you will. So it's all like the First Order, and you're escaping from a First Order battle station, Star Destroyer, whatever you want to call it. It's bonkers. You go through an AT-AT bay. There's the fucking rain now. You'll hear all pitter-patter. You go through an AT-AT bay, and there's life-size AT-ATs in there. You drop from a dropship. It's fucking unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I cried numerous times on this ride. It's phenomenal. We also went on Smuggler's Run, which is where you fly the Millennium Falcon. Now, we've been on that before. It doesn't get old. You're flying the Millennium Falcon. It's amazing. We were lucky enough to be pilots, me and Lisa, this time. And I was on the left side, Lisa was in the right. And you're getting guides how to fly, because you've got to go and like collect, like, kill fucking TIE fighters and collect like scrap or something because you're or diamonds or kyber crystals or something crazy from the Star Wars universe. You've got to collect it, and that's what the ride is. That's what the game of the ride is. So you've got this dude who looks like one of the skiff badge, like fucking guys with the horns on their heads. You've got him telling you what to do, and he's like, left, pilot, pull fucking right, right pilot, do this, but there was a point that Lisa had to go into hyperdrive. Now, previously to getting on the ride, this dude was like, "Oh, you guys are pilots, you better be good." And I turned around and I was like, "I'm gonna test you now, I'm gonna test your metal." And I went, I'd done the Kessel running 12 parsecs, and the guy just went, "Yeah." And you just knew that he got it. You knew he was a massive Star Wars, fucking Rain Man. You just got that he was a massive Star Wars fan like me. So when we were in the pilot seat, I was like, I'm just going to fucking nerd out here. So he's in the back, and like the last time we went, like we were guns, and Lisa shouted out and got one, and I was like, "Don't get cocky, kid, so we were pilots this time." So there was a point that we had to get the hyperdrive going so we can get into hyperspace, and the guy goes, "Push the hyperdrive now!" And I just fucking screamed at the top of my lungs, "Punch it, Chewie!" And Lisa just done it, man. And we went into hyperspace, and it was fucking phenomenal. If you never get to go to Star Wars World, go. It's amazing, man. There's all loads of shit going on. The stormtroopers walking around, but they're not being like, take a picture with the stormtroopers. The stormtroopers, they're guarding the crowd. They're walking around telling you to move along and doing all sorts of cool shit, man. There's Chewbacca's walking around in there, Rey's walking around in there, fucking Kylo Ren comes down on his big spaceship and he's walking around. It's just cool. It's boss. But none of these people are like kind of interacting with you because that's where they live. It's their home. So you're in their home, so they're not into that. Oh, it's just brilliant. So also when we were in Star Wars Land, I also met my childhood fucking idols, and probably my idols as an adult as well. So I met Chewbacca, which was phenomenal. So yeah, I had like a Roosevelt shirt on with little Death Stars on it, and yeah, he called me out on why I was wearing a Death Star t-shirt. What are you gonna do? And then later on in the day, I met Darth Vader. Now, it was one of them where you had to queue up for like 20 minutes to go and meet Darth Vader. It was obviously it wasn't Darth Vader, it was some dude in a suit. Fucking Darth Vader to me. I knelt in front of him because it's Darth Vader. I was never going to do anything else, man. It was Lord Vader in front of me. I'm going to kneel down. He bestowed the energy of the Sith on me. It was fucking brilliant. Anyhow, it's 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi this year. We went to see it on the pictures. It was phenomenal. I went to see it on the pictures when it was out, when it was a little nipper. And I went to see it with Lisa when it come back out. And I always wished that there was like something to commemorate it by. There was, and I got one. So I got a 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi sort of baseball top, and I am absolutely in love with this top. But the other thing that I got there, so I've been through a little bit of a journey over the last 2 years. That's why I haven't been on, sort of thing. So one thing I always wanted and I was always jealous of was people with these replica lightsabers. So for that, man, for the hilt. So these are from Doc Anzars, and I'm just over the moon with it. So I've got myself a little, as you can see, little Darth Vader one. Ah, it's so cool. Oh, it's like fucking, it's like movie quality, man. It's literally heavy as shit. Everyone's seen these, everyone knows what a lightsaber does, but the sounds out of them when you move them. So we've got Darth Vader's, because Sith forever, all that. But if you're getting Darth Vader's, you can't have the bag, can you? Without a bit of Luke's. So we've got Luke's, and I've got Darth Vader's lightsaber. And I am over the moon. I am so thankful for Lisa to buy me these. I've wanted my own lightsaber since I was a child. And now I've got them. Fucking lightsabers, man! So cool. Yeah, so if you're a Star Wars fan, lightsabers. Everyone needs a lightsaber. So yeah, that's my little video from Florida, from mine and Lisa's little holiday video, sort of thing, spooky little holiday. What's going up next? So we're going to do American Werewolf in London next. I think we're going to film that week after next. We're also going to For the Love of Horror. So if you see us there, come over and say hi. Buy us a pint. Don't buy someone because he's driving. No, buy me one. Hey. Come and say hi. We're nice people. We're approachable. you know, we'll yabba to you about horror movies and records and all sorts of bollocks, and I'll probably tell you about the time I met Darth Vader and melt down in front of him. Come over. So yeah, we're going to For the Love of Horror, and then we're going to do Splatter Plastic in the Night, so we're going to do American Werewolf in London, so that should be coming pretty soon. Can't wait to be doing this one, man. It's American Werewolf in London's probably one of the best werewolf movies out there. Everyone knows American Werewolf in London. It's going to be great. So until then, I'm back. So stay tuned, stay scared, stay sick. SP out. Blue milk, just like Luke used to eat. Fair time. God, it's so good. It tastes like bubblegum and sherbet. It's really nice. Highly recommend.